Well, hello everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the video of the Reticular Activating System 2.0, your brain's natural AI. We are going to be drilling down on the law of attraction and the reticular activating system to help you create your life with deliberate intention. So, what this program is about, this will be a series of 3 videos to help you understand what the RAS is, your reticular activating system, and how to use it with the law of attraction and 3 other universal laws. You will learn how to create your life deliberately and intentionally rather than unconsciously. You will learn what the RAS can do for you and how the RAS can benefit your life, how the RAS applies to the law of attraction and other universal laws, and also how you can create a better life using 4 of the universal laws. I will also tell you why I'm giving this RAS an upgrade from my original video that I've done over 10 years ago now. So just who am I? Well, let me introduce myself. I am Keith Young, and I'm a certified personal growth and development coach and also a certified law of attraction coach. I have coached over 2,500 people worldwide as I started coaching in 2012. And my passion is coaching people and how to show them how their limiting beliefs keeps them from achieving more in their life. So with that said, let's get started. So just why am I giving the RAS an upgrade from this point? I did the first RAS video over 10 years ago, and I felt it was time to redo the video because in this world of AI, the RAS is called the brain's natural AI. I also have learned over those years how the RAS and 4 of the universal laws can help anyone intentionally create a better life for themselves. I suggest you watch the first video that I made on the reticular activating system. It's on my YouTube channel and you can view it here. That's the address of my YouTube channel. So it's youtube.com at Keith Young Inner Game Magic 375. So what is the RAS? Well, the reticular activating system is a complex network of neurons and fiber tracts located in the brainstem that acts as the brain's primary on and off switch for arousal, wakefulness, and consciousness. Structurally, it is part of the reticular formation and extends from the medulla through the pons and midbrain, eventually projecting into the thalamus, hypothalamus, and the cerebral cortex. It is considered the brain's attention center. It accepts information which comes from the ascending sensory tracts directly. It travels up to the midbrain, and while going up, forms a complex neuron collection that act as a convergence point for signals from the environment as well as external surroundings. The RAS is a place where your thoughts, internal feelings, and outside influences all converge. Now, before we get too deep into this, I want to talk briefly about our 2 minds and what they do. We have 2 minds. We have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And our conscious mind can handle over 40 bits of data per second, while our subconscious mind can handle over 40 million bits of data per second. Quite a bit of difference there. So what is the difference between the 2 minds? Our conscious mind is our creative mind. This is where all our decisions are made. We can think here and reject or accept things that come our way. We make decisions in the conscious mind. All of our thinking is in the conscious mind, but it operates on a daily basis only 5% of the time. Our subconscious mind is called the habitual mind. Our beliefs and habitual thoughts reside there. It cannot think for itself. It just accepts everything as reality, as it cannot determine what is real or imagined. It is a record and playback mechanism. It records all the time. It operates 95% of the time in our daily lives. That means it is running us almost constantly. I just wanted to show you the difference between our two minds as we operate every day, mostly unconscious, as our subconscious is operating from memory. It cannot make any decisions for us, and it just believes everything the conscious mind tells it. It also notices things that we program into it as important to us. And this is the RAS in operation. That is why I wanted to give you a basic overview as why the RAS is so important to us. I could go much deeper on the subconscious mind and how it records everything we have come in contact with since we were born, but that would be a video on its own. And you can search on my YouTube channel for some of the videos on this subject. So let's continue. So, what is the key functions of the RAS? Well, arousal and consciousness. The RAS is essential for maintaining a conscious state. Damage to this system, such as from a severe head injury or stroke, can result in a coma. It is our sleep wake regulation. It regulates the transition between sleep and waking. It produces EEG patterns characteristic of alert, wakefulness, and REM sleep. It's also our sensory filtering, often called a brain's gatekeeper, and that's a good definition of the RAS is the brain's gatekeeper, as it filters out the massive influx of sensory data, and it highlights the information it deems relevant, such as hearing your name in a crowd, while suppressing irrelevant background noise. It's also our attention and focus. So, by conveying non-specific sensory impulses to the cortex, it sharpens the brain's attentive state, allowing for better conscious perception of specific stimuli. So, why is the reticular activating system called your body's and brain's natural AI? The RAS is often called your brain's natural AI or internal algorithm because it acts as a highly sophisticated information filter that dictates what you notice and what you ignore. Just as a social media algorithm shows you content based on your previous clicks, your RAS prioritizes information based on what you have programmed it to find important. The AI analogy. So, why is the RAS like your brain's AI? It is like the preprocessor or the background algorithm for your brain. If your conscious mind is the user interface, the RAS is the recommended engine. The AI comparison for the RAS. It's predictive filtering. Your brain is bombarded with roughly 11 million bits of sensory data every second. But your conscious mind can only process about those 40 to 50 bits, as I said before in a few slides back. The RAS acts as the gatekeeper, using your current focus and beliefs to decide which tenth of a percent of data to let through. That's a small amount, very small amount. It's data processing. Your brain is constantly bombarded by millions of bits of sensory data. You can't process it all. So the RAS programs what gets through to your conscious mind. It's also pattern recognition. It scans for patterns that align with your dominant thoughts. If you believe you are unlucky, your RAS will highlight every small setback as evidence, while filtering out your wins to keep your reality consistent with your internal programming. That's very important there because if our internal program believes something about ourselves, like we can't do a certain thing, then your RAS will not let any wins or things that you can do that you tell yourself you can't do from getting through. So it keeps us stuck exactly where we are. Why the AI comparison fits? Autonomous operation. It functions mostly in the background or subconsciously, automating how you interact with your environment so you don't suffer from cognitive overload. Data processing. Your brain is constantly bombarded by that millions of bits of sensory data, and you just can't process it all. So the RAS programs what gets through to your conscious mind so that way you can make decisions on what gets through. Goal alignment. It filters out opportunities and information that match your current focus or threats. Like an AI feed, it prioritizes what it thinks you want to see based on your search history, which are your thoughts and your goals. And it's also noise cancellation. It keeps the background noise, the feeling of clothes on your skin, as an example, or distant traffic, from distracting you, allowing you to focus on the signal. In short, it's the bridge between your conscious, subconscious, and conscious mind, deciding what notifications are worth waking you up for. Let's talk about attention management. While the biological definition is about neurons in the brainstem, the functional perspective is all about attention management. So here's how it looks through a different lens. It is the selective filter. Your brain is constantly bombarded by millions of bits of data per second. The feeling of your socks, as an example, the hum of the fridge, the smell of the air. If you processed all of it, you'd crash. The RAS decides what gets VIP access to your conscious mind. Well, here's the cocktail party effect to kind of give you an idea. This is why you can ignore dozens of conversations in a crowded room, as an example, but instantly snap your attention to someone saying your name across the room. The RAS flagged that specific sound as high priority. It is the search engine of your brain. You can actually program your RAS with intent. Have you ever decided to buy a specific car? Let's say, as an example, a red Jeep. And suddenly you see red Jeeps everywhere. They were always there. Your RAS just started letting that data through because you told it the red Jeep pattern was now important. Let's talk about priming your RAS. You can manually prime your reticular activating system by giving it clear instructions on what information to prioritize. Since the RAS is a filter, it needs to know what patterns it should be looking for in your environment. So, how to intentionally program your mental filter? Number one, set specific intentions. Vague goals like be more productive or I want more money don't give the RAS enough detail to work with. Use precise language. Instead of I want a better job, try I intend to notice 3 new networking opportunities this week. And then write it down. Physically writing your goals signals to your brain that this information is high priority. And here's why the AI analogy works so well. It's an importance filter, just like an AI, such as TikTok or Instagram, learns what you enjoy and pushes that content to the top of your feed. Your RAS learns what you care about and pushes those sensory notifications to your conscious mind. If you're a new parent, you might sleep through a thunderstorm, but bolt upright the second your baby starts to cry. Your RAS algorithm has been updated to prioritize that specific frequency. Number two, it performs pattern matching. AI excels at finding specific data in a sea of noise. Your RAS does the same thing through selective attention. When you set a goal or a manifestation, such as wanting a new job, your RAS starts flagging hiring signs or LinkedIn posts that you previously would have just scrolled past. It didn't create the opportunities, it just stopped filtering them out. Number three, it manages compute power. Training a massive AI model takes a lot of energy. Similarly, your brain uses about 20% of your body's energy. If the RAS allowed every single piece of data, such as the hum of an AC or the color of your shirt, to reach your conscious mind, you would suffer from system overload. It acts as a governor, ensuring your CPU only processes what is necessary for survival or your current goals. Number four, you can prompt it. Just like you give an AI a prompt to get a specific result, you can prime your RAS. By focusing on a specific intent or visualization right before you go to sleep or upon waking, you are essentially updating your code for what your brain should look for the next day. Well, the main difference? AI is digital and binary. Your RAS is electrochemical. It doesn't just filter data, it regulates your physical state, such as arousal and adrenaline, to match that data. And your frequency trigger. Let's test your insert. Let's test your internal search engine by using a priming technique called the frequency trigger exercise. This will bypass your usual interests and force the RAS to search for something totally arbitrary. The 24-hour yellow Volkswagen challenge, or any other rare specific object, but this one works the best to test yourself. Number one is the prompt. Close your eyes for 5 seconds and visualize a bright yellow car or whatever you choose to focus on. See the color vividly in your mind. Tell yourself, I am noticing yellow cars today. This is your search query. Step two, the passive scan. Go about your day. Do not actively hunt for the yellow car or whatever you're focusing on by staring at every car. Just keep the idea in the back of your mind. Your RAS is now running a background script to flag that specific wavelength of light, which is yellow, and that specific shape, which is a car. Why does this work? Normally, your brain filters out 99% of the cars you pass because they aren't useful for survival. By prompting the system, you've temporarily moved yellow cars from the trash folder to the VIP box. Pro tip for personal goals is once you see how easily you can find yellow cars, replace the yellow car with a solution to a problem you're facing. Instead of, I have a problem, prompt with, I am looking for one small opportunity to fix whatever your problem is. Your RAS will start flagging hiring signs, overheard conversations, or articles that it would have otherwise ignored. And you get real life results. Let's move from yellow cars to real life results. Pick a goal that is specific, high frequency, and external. The RAS does not work well with vague prompts like, I want to be successful. Your RAS needs a search term It can actually see or hear in the physical world. Let's do the resource hunter exercise. The connection query. I am looking for an interesting person to talk to. What the RAS will do, it will stop filtering out eye contact from strangers, notice name tags, or flag a book someone is holding that you recognize. Number two is the knowledge query. I am looking for a specific piece of information that helps my current project or hobby or growth. What the RAS will do? It will suddenly highlight headlines in news feeds, titles on bookshelves, of keywords and overheard conversations that you usually tune out as background noise. Number three is the micro efficiency query. I am looking for one way to save 10 minutes of my time today. What the RAS will do? It will flag physical bottlenecks in your environment, such as a messy desk or a slow app that your brain previously accepted as just the way things are. So, how do you install the query? Number one, the morning prompt. Spend 30 seconds after you wake up, before checking your phone, visualizing the feeling of finding that resource. Number two, the aha anchor. When your RAS finds something, even if it's small, say to yourself, that's it, my RAS has found it. This acts like a like button on the algorithm, telling your brain to keep doing more of that. Well, this is the end of the first video. Try the exercises within this video. It takes practice. Have you been programmed for many years to create the current habits and beliefs you have? Try writing down something you want to load and load it into your RAS with the steps of the resource hunter exercise, and then use the morning prompt and the aha anchor. When you become aware of something, you will automatically notice it, and then you can take action on it. And that is how things come to you and how you can accomplish more in your life. It does take action on your part. The RAS can only show you the opportunities, but you have to take it that step further with taking action. In video 2, it will include the law of attraction and the law of deliberate creation. I'll expand a little bit more on your two minds, the conscious and subconscious mind, and what are the roles of these two minds, which I briefly talked about here, and how to use them more, why the law of attraction cannot work without the RAS, and much more than that. If you have any questions about this video or any upcoming videos or just general questions at all, you can direct message me on my Facebook page, which you can see it there, facebook.com/InnerGameMagic1. You can also follow that page to get all the updates, and I will be live on there from time to time. And my YouTube channel, as before, is this one here. So I want to leave you with a saying. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. You have the opportunity to create a better life for yourself. I believe you have unlimited potential, but I can show you how to use more of that potential. I will see you on the next video.